Hello, my name is Casey Utzi, and my summer internship was with the Thomas Lawn Care Company. A little bit about myself: I'm a senior here at Lord University. I'm from Plain City, Ohio, a little bit left of Columbus. My major is business administration, but I plan on continuing my criminal justice minor after I graduate on online schooling. I actually played lacrosse here, but I've had too many concussions, so I decided to give that a break for quite a while. And I also plan on owning my own landscaping and lawn care business after I graduate. A little bit about my sponsor. My sponsor is my great uncle. He runs and owns the Thomas Lawn Care Company. We mainly do mowing around 42 yards weekly. We also do landscaping and cleanup services for a select few of his customers. It's a small business and it's privately owned, so he keeps all of his finances privatized, and he didn't feel comfortable with sharing his annual revenue. Alan is actually trying to retire and sell his business, and I actually plan on purchasing the business after I graduate. He has been cutting business, not accepting new business, and has had no effort to expand. This is because he's trying to retire and he's just getting too old to continue this line of work. He also has to wait to finish or do bigger jobs until I get back because he can't do them on his own. He is great at time management and customer relations, one of the main reasons why his current customers keep him and like him so well. He's good at keeping me well equipped throughout the day, so I have all the equipment I need to finish the projects that I started. And he also creates a healthy work environment where I want to go there every day, work harder, and do more than what he asks from me. Um, Overall, I wanted to learn the business inside and out because I'm buying it out. I need to know how to do everything, basically. My main day to day was mowing and weeding properties. We also landscaped and cleaned up for certain customers. I also interacted and met with customers, most of them, not all of them, but I'm building my customer relation skills and my relationships with them. So when I do take over, it's they're not surprised or uncomfortable with who I am. Now, I also helped plan out the weekly mowing schedule. I also conducted work days alone, so I would go to his house, pick up the truck and trailer and mowers, and I would be set off on my own. He trusted me enough, and I showed enough leadership qualities to do this by myself. I also ordered parts for our equipment, so when something wrong with the mower would happen, I would call in to a place called Voss Brothers, a mowing equipment air company, and we would go and pick it up. I also gave my opinion on how much certain jobs would cost for like landscaping or mowing in general. I learned a lot of stuff, I would say. I learned how to mow and weed eat, also landscape at high qualities. Most properties we work on are in wealthier neighborhoods, so there has to be higher standards. Um, I also learned all the information about the current customers since I will be working directly underneath them at some point. They need to know who I am, I need to know who they are, their specifications, and they need to feel comfortable with me. I learned so many more customer relation skills after interacting with this many of the customers. I will also learn how to price landscaping and mowing jobs. I can look at a yard, see how big it is, factor in how much weed eating that certain yard will take, and I'll be able to give you very well quote. Also, for landscaping, I learned that the pricing points, some of the best pricing points, is around $45 an hour, or giving a direct quote of how much you think it'll cost. I like to do a certain amount an hour because I'm a hard worker and I prove that my hourly charge is worth it. We also charge more if we're using heavier equipment. So sometimes we would bring out the tractor to move the mulch, and that's around the work equivalent to three people. So we would charge 65 an hour to make up for that. I also learned the billing process of the company. They do their own finances. His wife is an accountant, so it's easier for them, and they get to save money during it. I learned how to operate heavy machinery and the equipment needed throughout the day. So the tractors, trailers, and trucks, I learned how to operate them smoothly. I also learned time management skills, especially when going out on the day by myself. Uh, I learned how to do all of the work in a certain amount of time and making sure I stay on track. I also learned how to set up a weekly mowing schedule. So this is very tough to start out with this many yards. It's easy to forget about a yard or two, and then you get that call late at night saying, "Hey, why isn't my yard mowed?" And then you have to worry about that. You have to factor them properly so certain yards don't get messy and other yards are perfectly kept. It'll cause an anger in the customers. I learned the weaknesses of the company. So relying on one employee, which was me, it's not a good thing. And also not wanting to expand, also having no motivation to do more work than what needs done. This also factors in that he's trying to retire and he's getting old and he doesn't have the capabilities like he used to. The nepotism with his son and grandchildren. I realize I'm related to him, but I'm a hard worker and I plan on buying out the company. When he hires them onto larger landscaping jobs, they don't do that great of a job, and in a way, he's losing money because of it. He's also a small company, so there's possibilities of being ran out by a bigger company that wants to take his customers. I also learned the strengths that he has in his leadership qualities and in the company. So he has great customer relations and management skills. He also has a great image in the community. These are one of the main reasons why he has his current customers and he hasn't lost any of them. But the only reason why he lost customers was because he cut them off. These also cause a great word of mouth advertising for him, which he doesn't want new business, so he doesn't really like. It's very complicated. Uh, he has a great position for his business as well. He's in a wealthy neighborhood in Powell, Ohio, and there are so many opportunities to expand. He's also great at keeping employees. Like I said, he takes care of me, makes the workplace enjoyable, fun, and it makes me want to come back every day. I also learned what I need to change about the business to grow it. I need to change the advertising and marketing aspect of it because there is none. I need to start social media platforms, go on community forums, advertise on the side of my truck with my name, number, and company logo, and also keep the word of mouth advertising that Alan has by keeping my image in the community as good as his. I'd also accept new business, obviously, put bids on jobs or developments that are coming up, and also on industrial properties. And I would also offer landscaping and cleanup services to all current customers because I do believe in a year that would double his profits right away. I also learned how to manage prices during heavy inflation. As we all know, that's happening right now, and you need to be able to raise your rates so you don't lose money and so that the customers aren't thinking that you're stealing their money. And I also learned how to create a great work environment. It makes me want to work harder, and I know if I give that to my future employees, they will want to work harder for me as well. I also learned how to self supervise. So like when I went out and by myself to conduct the day, it increased my time management skills for sure. Uh, Also, I learned that having a great image can cause serious word of mouth because throughout the years, that's one of his only advertising that he's done, but he hasn't done. It's again, it's complicated. It's funny, but it's not. Um, and also, I learned the laws and regulations that surround this kind of business. For examples, for doing certain jobs like spraying for weeds, you need to have a license for that. And then you also can't mow before 7 o'clock in certain neighborhoods. and that your company needs certain insurances in case there's damages to certain properties. In conclusion, uh, I love this internship experience. I feel ready to run this business, and it gave me many more ideas on what I need to change and what I need to keep. The whole goal is to know the business inside and out, and I feel like I do because I'm buying the business after I graduate. The current customers need to feel comfortable with me to have an easy transition. They need to think as highly as me as they did with Alan, so they won't drop me right when I buy the company out from him. Obviously, there are many issues that need to be fixed. It would fail without me, but again, he's trying to retire, and it does make sense on why he's doing all this stuff so his business doesn't gain more traction. He doesn't have more people contacting him. I am doing everything I can to make sure he's not losing any business and that this business keeps on running smoothly. I'm actually coming back during the school year to help finish and do certain projects that he can't do by himself. Overall, I feel ready to take over and expand. I have so many more ideas, paths I want to take, and I feel like there's just so much opportunity that he isn't grabbing onto because he wants to retire that I feel like would expand my business exponentially. Obviously, this is a much different internship than most. Most people choose a bigger business, kind of an office job for working with accounting or numbers, but I decided that I wanted to own this business, so I felt like doing an internship here would be the best because I need to learn it inside and out again. I really do want to thank Alan Thomas, my sponsor. He's such a great guy, great leader, great boss, made me want to work harder every day. Honestly, made me want to buy the business as well. Here's a picture of me and him actually right now. After a hard day of work, he treated me to some lunch over at Donato's, nice sub. Makes makes the work day so much better and the work life so much better as well. And also, since he's a small company and has no motivation to expand or get his name out there, he doesn't really have a real logo at all. Um, I won't forget my work experience here because it taught me what I need to know and what I need to do to make this business so much more stronger than it is. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope I could have inspired others to possibly chase their dreams and start their own business as well one day.